The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Powering his way forward. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Attack! Yellow!
Now Mahomes.
Oh, come on, man.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
What the fuck kind of pass was that, Mahomes?
To right around the 26-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now a first carry for their fullback. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Lamar changing the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up there.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. When you look at this defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Derrick Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up in empty possession.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side.
Jarrett. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now Mahomes going to shift him around. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Hey, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
15.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 10.
Jackson.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. This nigga always shot the catch.
Oh, able to avoid him. He had his eyes on the end
What
zone.
kind of
He got close.
Oh, man, you can't even do
Fence up nicely, but he's probably
fucking
mad he didn't
kidding me.
take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you.
How does that happen?
He's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score
Yeah,
now,
whiffed on the catch,
if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get
Crazy.
teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Jackson going to change things up a bit. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
That was some bullshit.
A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
God left on that shit, man.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 53 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly.
I don't know what I gotta do.
Up the ball game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it too before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. You back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
This is Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Fight on these two, fight on these two. 15, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
Room here to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Yellow, come back. Hey, 43.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
second down and 4. Again, it's Pacheco.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Breaks through the contact. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 13
All right, hold on to that fucking ball.
First down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Yellow. 15. Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to change things up.
Yellow.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Hey, 57 colors.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Jackson. Fighting, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That's on multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion.
Tucker's kick is good,
and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here now, third down.
Attack! Fire down these two. Hey, yo, hey, go. 43!
Mahomes. And this pass broke.
Get the fuck out of here.
Coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Sure.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Yellow. Hey, Riblins. Right side.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
Good game.
And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So first and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.
And this win was impressive, Charles. And look,